Pretty car. Sure would be a shame if someone took it. Well, there's a difference between property crimes and crimes against people, and we have to treat those differently.
Welcome to First Person Defender, where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers and fight their way out.
Bill is our good guy. He's retired from industrial sales. He carries, but not all the time. His strategy is to not get involved and avoid bad places. But he's a proud grandfather, and he loves this car.
Well, Ryan, the Umarex guns are loaded with paint, and I heard that Bill really likes cars. I have the perfect scenario for him. I'm hoping he doesn't get paint on his pretty car.
Well, we all love our toys, our cars, motorcycles, whatever it might be, but there's a difference between a property crime and a crime against someone you love.
Yeah, and we're absolutely going to have somebody that Bill cares very much about in this scenario, so it's not just going to be about his car.
He's going to have to figure out, does he get involved? He said his strategy is to avoid it, to not get involved. We're going to force the issue.
Yeah, he's going to get involved.
Parking lots are always a problem, Chris.
Well, we've definitely upped the ante on this one.
Pops, what are they doing to your car? Hey, I think I know them. What are y'all doing?
Hey, come here.
No, what are you doing to my
What year is
Pops'
this
car?
car? All right.
That's not your car. Get out of his car. Get out of his car.
Trying to take it for a spin.
No.
Yeah,
you can
come on.
leave.
Where's the keys at?
No.
Hey,
Hey,
turn around, walk to the door. Turn around.
did we turn around, Pop?
Give me the keys at. You, come here, come here.
Keys, Pop.
You.
Keys are in the car. Keys
Girl,
are
come
in
here.
the car. You have to
Come
look
here.
in the glove box.
Give me them keys.
They're in the glove box.
Ain't in the glove box. Take that glove box. Give me the damn keys. Ain't nobody got to get hurt. Don't
I
want no
told
problem.
you the keys are in the glove box.
Turn around. Give me the keys. You
You-
need to find them damn
You
keys.
do know there's a police car coming in behind you.
Ain't no cop car.
All right.
Distraction technique. Good distraction technique.
And you know, the two bad guys that didn't have the gun,
Gone like cowards.
gone.
911? Yes.
Oh boy, now what's he gonna do?
He's gonna have to do the movie trick.
Gonna have to do the thing.
Yeah.
Index, index, index.
How you feeling?
Okay.
Walk me through what happened.
My granddaughter and I were coming out. I saw people standing at my car. I'm thinking this is not going to be a good situation. I don't mind people looking at it, but I'm not expecting them to see opening my door and going through my car.
How does it change things when your granddaughter's with you?
Very much. Number one, I have to defend her. Number two, I want her behind me so that if there is a problem, if there is shooting, she's protected as much as possible. There's no need in both of us being hurt.
Did you give her any direction during that?
And only to step back.
Did she hear you?
I'm not sure about it, but I think she did because she stepped behind me.
Okay. You're a pretty relaxed, low-key kind of guy. Felt very calm. Is that a strategy?
Yes, from the courses that I've taken in the past, to stay calm is the main thing, not to overreact.
Okay.
Try to stay in control.
Then he pulls a gun out. What did you hear? What did you see? What are you thinking?
I see the gun come out, and I'm thinking, okay, now at what point can I pull my gun to defend myself if need be? If I can talk him out of it, that's the first thing I want to do. Just calm the situation down and then go from there.
What did you tell him?
I told him that I didn't have my keys, they were in my car, so that I didn't have to reach in my pocket. I wanted to break his attention for just a few seconds. I told him the police were behind him. They have you blocked in. You have no escape route.
And it worked?
I think so.
You literally did the made you look. What's that? It's a cop car.
Yeah.
All right, on the range, worked with the HK VP9 SK. This is their compact version of the VP9 series. Something I like about this gun is the front sight. It's bright green, They worked with XS sights on this. It's a great front sight for me. It really jumps out. When I'm on the range, I'm always challenging myself to practice a hard front sight focus, a crisp focus, because when there's a bad guy down there, your eyes are going to want to focus on the threat downrange, and you have to train yourself and challenge yourself to have a good front sight focus to get those important hits when it matters most. Check it out, the HK VP9 SK.
All right, so Bill, did a lot of things right. You did win the fight, but you did a lot of things that you could have done better, okay?
Always.
Not a lot of things, but I mean a few things. So number one, the bad guy did get his hands on your granddaughter. That'd be enough to infuriate me.
Yes.
But she did back off. So at this point, you guys are together. He has no collateral. There's absolutely nothing wrong. He has nothing on you right now. He may be pointing a gun at you, but he wasn't pulling the trigger and you kept backpedaling. You could have gone all the way to the building and just gone inside.
Yep.
Because he didn't have hands on her.
Right.
He didn't have anything that you're not willing to lose.
This is true.
Okay, so good. The other thing is you kept doing this, and I know that Brad, my bad guy, knows what this means. Most people know exactly what this means, okay? But we can feign something, right? We can create a distraction. I loved your use of distraction. When you said there's a police car pulling in and he turned around and you drew, that was fantastic. First and foremost, we want to control who we're with and we love, because I care very much about her and I don't care if I bruise her arms. Hannah, stay behind me. Now she's out of the way. Now, your distraction was great, but let me give you some more. All right, so since you decided to draw on this guy, and he did look away from you, I mean, he's got the gun pointed somewhat at me, but when he turns and looks for the cop, go ahead and look away. Man, that gun even pointed at me more that time. That might be a time for me actually to move when I do this technique, but we're not gonna move on this, okay? I mean, because honestly, I don't wanna be in front of that muzzle when I shoot him, because I don't want him to flinch and press the trigger. I'm also watching trigger fingers. I'm always looking at those things. So I'm gonna do, I got Hannah behind me here. I got the keys somewhere. I swear to God I do. Now I've got my hand on my gun and all I do is come out. It has to be that fast. It has to be that fast.
Yes.
Now, I've handled guns a lot. I'm inherently aware of where my muzzle is pointed. Even though that wasn't completely in my line of sight, I can see that gun still. It's not from down here, because your first shot was down here and then you came up and you put two more on them. The first one has to count. The first one has to count. So I know that I just had this in my pocket. You're gonna have it in a holster, but I want you to think about doing that pat down. We're clearing the gun, we get our hand on the gun, whap! Okay?
Okay.
So what I want you to do is I want you to start doing a pat down, watching them, saying, I got stuff for you, I'll give it to you. You can start talking to them and doing your pat down. And then I want you to work your way to the gun and then come out and give him one good one to the chest.
I've got what you're looking for. I've just got to find it. If you hold on just a second.
Okay, get that gun up higher next time. Straighten that arm out. We don't shoot like this. We punch just like we're throwing a punch. That hand comes out just like we're throwing a punch right into his chest. Okay? We shoot one-handed, we punch with the gun. That gun comes out and it's a thrust. Every time I do it to him, he winces.
I saw that.
Even when I don't shoot. All right, start your pat down. Talk to him.
I know I have it. You just got to wait. I'll have it just a second. Look. Better, worse.
If you're gonna do it, that's the way it has to be. That gun's got to come out fast, okay? And I understand you want to be quiet. You want to de-escalate. But sooner or later, you have to build the aggression inside yourself. Whether it comes out of your mouth or not, it has to come from your body. So we can be talking and doing all this stuff, and we can be saying all these things, and it's great. It's great.
Got it.
C&G holsters made in the USA. The one I've got here is an outside the waistband covert model, which means it hugs tight to the body, so it could be a range holster, could be a carry holster with a cover garment. A couple features on here: open bottom for longer guns or longer barrels. Also, a cutout for higher sights, which is a trend these days. Available in a lot of different models. Check them out, C&G holsters.
Brought to you by Range Ready, preparing you to win the day one shot at a time.
Having a safe place to securely store your firearms ready at hand is important. And walls like this by lockdown are pretty popular today because not only can you store your guns, but you can display them. They've got different size panels, and they've even got these little skinny ones that you can put inside of a closet. So you could set them up in there. You can have all your guns inside of there, and you could still keep one loaded. Now I know that this HK VP9 is loaded because it has my red tape, my hot pink tape, because it's a hot gun. So if I need to get to that gun quickly, I'm not going, which one is it, which one is loaded, which one isn't. This is actually the Umarex version of the popular striker-fired VP9. So I can actually have this in my house. I can be in my basement or in my bedroom. I can pull this out. Shoot and practice and use it without blowing my ears out or scaring the heck out of my wife.
You thought that was going to be louder, didn't you? All right, the HK 416 in 22 long rifle. Do you have an AR for home defense? Do you practice with it? I know 5.56 ammo can be pricey, especially when you're doing it 1,000 rounds at a time, but of course 22 can save the bank budget and get you a little bit more trigger time. So what I like about this is, I mean, it's an AR. It has the same controls. You can practice running the gun the same way as you would your typical AR, but save a lot of cash. And actually, it may be better practice because you're gonna have less recoil and you're not grooving bad habits, overcompensating for that. So check it out, the HK 416 in 22 LR.
First Person Defender brought to you by HK T4E and C&G holsters.
He thinks it's the same.
Well, it's always the same, but it's different.
Pops, where are we going to next?
What's that?
Where are we going to next?
Wherever you would like to go.
Can we go get ice cream?
Dude, my dad had one just like this.
Hey, you
yeah?
need to get away from this car.
92?
You need to get away from this car.
It's got to have a 416 in it. I
Hey.
love this thing.
You need to get away from this car.
No, I love the car.
No, get away from the car.
My dad had one exactly
Okay.
like this thing.
Okay, thank
Dude,
you.
what year is it?
It's none of
It's
your
a 98.
business.
You
Please
need to
leave.
step back.
Hey, why are y'all up on me?
This is
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
looking at your car.
situation. If you
I
back
love
up,
this car.
you're
Dude,
back.
the
You're
lines,
back.
to
the
leave.
lines on these vets are absolutely incredible.
You need to leave.
Absolutely love it.
You need
You
to.
need to
What's in the
leave.
back? Hey, look. Now, look. Hey, hey.
Holy smokes. He went hands on.
Come out and I will shoot you. I will shoot you.
Index, index, index.
What are you thinking?
I was thinking I had to protect my granddaughter.
So you guys come out and you get basically to the car, and then what happens?
Then I have a lot of comments about the car, so I wasn't panicked.
This isn't
at that
uncommon, right?
point. Exactly.
Okay.
So I didn't think much about that.
You guys were really close. Before anything got bad, he's just admiring the car. You were still like this close to him, right?
Right.
Did you ever consider like, Hannah, let's just get the heck out of here. Let's
Yeah.
let him oogle the car all he wants. We're gonna be across the parking lot.
I didn't think in that line.
He pulled a gun. Did you pull your gun?
No, I did not.
Why not?
At that point, I couldn't. I was trying to get a hold of the handle with my right hand, which is my draw hand. So then I went after his gun with my left hand to try to control him and get the gun. If it went off, it wasn't going to get me or Hannah.
How do you feel like it went?
Not very well.
No, I agree.
Not at all.
Yeah, you're in an entangled fight with a gun out. You're not able to get to your gun. It's kind of a mess.
It was.
One of the things that's interesting, and I think this happens in real life as well as these scenarios, I think people, we say be aware of your surroundings. What we mean is open that vision up a little bit. Did we tell you you weren't allowed to run across the parking lot?
No.
And all these other cars are cover and concealment and move away. But that happens in real life too. People don't think about that as an option. Like, you know what? You can look at my car, you could key it, you could punch the window out. I'll be over here.
Didn't think along those lines.
Well, Ryan, that was exciting.
It was exciting. It was a bit of a mess, really.
Yeah, it was a big mess. And honestly, if his granddaughter, Hannah, had just kind of listened to him and backed out, it would have given him an opportunity to back away and create distance. He got wrapped up.
It's tricky. And for those who haven't run these type of scenarios before, it's hard. There's a lot of things going on, but that's why we practice this stuff.
Yeah, you know, and for us to stand on the outside and watch it, it's really easy to armchair quarterback it. I still think he did a great job. He continually tried to de-escalate. He tried to control his granddaughter. I would have loved to see him pull his pistol out while he was trying to control that handgun on the bad guy, but hey.
The thing is with this show is the audience being able to say, he should have done this, I would have done that. That's fine because it gives people ideas and it makes them think.
That's what we're here for.
To see all of Gun Talk's content, go to guntalk.com, guntalktv.com, or sign up for the Gun Talk newsletter.